It will be very unfair for another northerner to step in after Buhari. Yerima, Shettima, welcome to the news and thank you for tuning in to listen. Please subscribe to our channel. But less than 2 months before the Nigerian eligible voters head to the polls to elect the next president of the country for another term in office, the national president of Arewa Consultative Forum, Arewa Youth Consultative Forum, AYCF, Alhaji Yerima Shettima, has stated that it is not right to have another northerner to succeed Buhari after 8 years. Speaking to the Sun newspaper in an exclusive interview ahead of 2023, Yerima said he strongly believes in justice, equity, and fairness. He said it won't be just for the northerners to take over from Buhari. According to Shettima, he is not an advocate of zoning, but he believes every region should have the taste of the presidency. Hear him, he said, and I quote, "It will be very unfair for another northerner to step in after Buhari. It will be immoral and unjust. For equity and justice, Buhari's successor should come from the south," the Sun newspaper quoted Yerima Shettima saying during the interview. And this is the truth. This is the truth. And permit me to say, if you are going to be speaking about equity, fairness, and justice, it is not just going to be between the north and south. You will further microzone it. Because just like I used the scenario of a particular family who, they have about 5 children, and whenever it comes to the turn of 3, you understand? Or you can even, when it comes to the turn of 4 of them, there is always this support from one member of the family. He or she gives the support so well, but when it is the turn of that person to get supported, they let him or her down. And they keep doing it until the person starts, the person talks about it and hoping they are going to improve until it get worse, until that person say, in fact, it's not do or die, and they help me make I day my day. Before you know it, that will start feeling excluded. So if you cannot talk about the North should not, it is not fair that the North should come out and take over power, and not talk about the fact that in the southeastern region, in the south, there's a particular region or the regions that support, anytime there's election, but they have not tasted that particular seat. So if you ask me, it's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea to give it to the southeasterners. But it will also be very ridiculous for power not to go to the southeast. So if Yoruba gluttony will not let them support Igbos, then the North should hold on to the presidents more so the northeast. Okay? Do you now see? Instead of it to go to the south, and it will not go to the southeast, this person here is saying, in fact, may the northerners still keep them. Whenever they're ready to do the needful, they'll now zone it. Okay? Igbo hatred, Yoruba. Okay, Igbo hatred for Yoruba, no be today. I'm not surprised about your character. Your ancestors, Father Zikiwe, oh my goodness, do the same. You don't understand where these people are coming from. These people are of the opinion that instead of it to go to the southwestern region, why? And this is why they are saying instead of it to go to the southwestern region, because OBJ did what's it called 8 years. And then Osibanjo is currently almost rounding up his 8 years as VP. Then you are talking about another southwesterner, Haba. And there are people who they have not done more than 6 years like a South. And there are people who have not done at all. Brother, fear God. Fear God. APC Jobberman are not allowed to preach this morality, because their candidates come from the region that had the president and VP for 16 years. If you are genuinely preaching morality, support the Southeast and North Central, who have never had the vice president, or the Southeast. Okay, who have never had the president or the vice president in 1999. No wonder the middle belt also they are discussing is because they too have been excluded. Do you understand? Okay. So all those people that are saying it's the turn of the South is, mind you, power is not given. Power is taken. Peter Obi should struggle to take power from Bola Tinubu because Tinubu will not give Obi power. So let them play the game. I concur with you perfectly, Alhaji Shettima. It is morally wrong for a Northerner to hand over power to another Northerner, particularly if he is Atiku. Fulani and Muslim taking over from Buhari, who is a Fulani and a Muslim. Majority of us from the North are not in support of this effort, but Atiku to break the unity of this country because of his selfish interest, and he is everywhere saying he's a unifier. Which kind of unifier is he? Okay. Some Southerners that are collecting money from Atiku do not see that as an issue. But is it good for Yoruba when Igbo have not tested it at all? That is what I'm saying. They should say nothing of equity, fairness, and justice if it's not going to be a microzone to the southeastern region. That is my concern. And it is also unfair and injustice to keep on denying the southeastern region geopolitical zone by exalted position. The injustice and unfairness continue as long as the Southeast is denied the office of a presidency. One would have expected Yerima Shettima to be open about this issue. The fairness and justice you're talking about here is born out of selfishness if your candidate is Bola Ahmed Tinubu. It remains 40 years to finish serving punishment for waging war against our country. After that time, they can be president. And in the war, who do you think died? According to history, who died the most? Don't tell that line. That line you're towing is going to bring a whole lot of memories, and they're not going to be good ones. The fairness, equity, and justice I know remain supporting a Southeasterner. Anything short of that means nothing but unfairness, inequity, and unjust to the East, and Nigeria will reap the fruit of unjust society. The Dons was trying to be clever by half. What an hypocritical and insincere statement. What Nigerians desire is a government that will be able to put food on the table, secure the lives and property, and provide shelter and accommodation for the citizenry, not a mundane issue of regional and tribe as being championed by some of these insincere groups and individuals. Well, Nigerian, come 2023, let us do the needful. We must speak about equity and fairness. We must speak about it with our full chest. Okay, on this note, we have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of your day.